Today, another project that I've developed is the Moore Space in the Design District. It's a project that Craig Robbins and I started 7 years ago, and that for this Art Basel, we're showing French Kissing in the U.S.A., which is an exhibition of the emerging French art scene. It's been a fantastic show that we've had. I mean, I think that everybody that came to Basel stopped by to see the show, and it's great because it's the new art scene in France, which really had never been seen in the United States.
The Moore Space is a contemporary art center, nonprofit, located in Miami, and this past week we opened French Kissing in the U.S.A. It's a group show of emerging contemporary artists in France, but of course in France they're very well known and very important, and here in the United States they're a little bit less known, and that's the reason we decided to do the exhibition here at the same time as Art Basel. Well, first of all, I think it's very important to say that I could have 2 more exhibitions of 18 artists, because I found so many good artists. It was very difficult to come to this small list, but I thought it was very important to give the artists space. If not, I guess it would look like another section in the art fair if the artists weren't able to have space to produce projects and to have an important representation inside French Kissing show. So I think I was looking for a taste of a little bit of everything that was being produced, and at the same time that the artists amongst themselves had dialogue and rapport. That was very important because it had to have some type of coherence. Very difficult to have coherence because we're dealing with a generation of artists that have studied in different places, they speak different languages, they've lived everywhere. I think at one point I had 5 of them living in New York in residencies. So it is one of those generations, and I think it's happened with Latin American art, with art from the United States. It's a generation in flux. So how do you do a group show with art that is actually, the thing that they have in common is that they're different? It's very difficult. So we decided to present them in little project rooms. So more than one exhibition, it's almost 18 parallel projects. Yes, I'm very excited because there were many new projects for the exhibition. The artists were very generous in the way that they presented new work, which is always very exciting, and it's part of a long, painful, and very joyous process of making work. For example, Jean-François Morisot and Petra Merzik did the whole entrance with site-specific paintings and paintings that were superimposed on the walls. Then we had the Clairefontaine installation, which were the 8 equivalents that draws on the equivalents of Carl Andre and has reinterpreted that work. And then we have Karina Biche, who did also a site-specific painting, as well as Fabienne Vercher, who has a project room in the back of the exhibition. We did one very large multidisciplinary installation, which was the Saadan Afif, which included a performance, a sound work, it has video, and it has sculpture, graphic arts. So a lot of them were very multifaceted. It's difficult to wish for anything specific, but I think every time we show something here at the Moore Space, I take lots of pleasure when I see other more important institutions take these artists that are usually emerging, not extremely famous here, at least in this country, take them and produce really important, significant projects with them. Big catalogs, include them in important shows. That makes me very happy because that, I guess, is good for this, and it also validates what we do as something significant. There are many things that the Moore Space cannot do. We cannot publish important catalogs. We cannot have huge, ambitious shows. But if my colleagues that are in the museum field in the United States and elsewhere can do that and look at the Moore Space as a place to look for references and new artists, then we're doing our job.